Well, it keeps them from all banging together.
It looks like you got 6 baby Bertha hacks there.
This is all. I brought most of my Goonies today.
Yeah.
Today's a Goonie day.
Okay.
Do you guys have to file anything with I guess you're under the umbrella of aviation stuff, so you don't have to file any.
We're the rocket motor sizes and the weights of the rockets we'll fly today are under the FAA guidance, right? So we don't have to file any paperwork today. If we were flying high power rockets, and we do on some weekends, we go to much larger fields like big farm fields or up to Richard Bong area in Wisconsin, and we fly high power there, and there you need to file a waiver with the FAA in order to launch it, and that notifies the pilots that there's going to be rocket launches in that area and to watch out. And then the waiver will allow you to go to certain altitudes. So typically up at Richard Bong area in Wisconsin, we'll have a waiver for 10,000 feet.
Oh wow!
So we can put things almost 2 miles up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just a little personal interest. How'd you get involved in this hobby? How did this all come about?
Oh, I flew rockets as a kid. I was just really interested in the space program at the time. I watched all the, Mercury, Gemini, Apollo, and built and flew rockets. I was interested in the craft aspect of it. I used to build a lot of models, and this was just another type of model. It was made of wood and paper instead of plastic. Then in high school, by the time I finished high school, I stopped flying, I guess, and off to college and beyond. And then I got interested again when my kids were growing up, and my son was in Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts, and we started flying model rockets again. We camped up at Bong one weekend with the Scouts, and the NAR group up there called Whoosh had one of their weekend launches at Bong, and I got to see high power rocketry for the first time, and that got me interested again.
Yeah.
And so I fly low power and also high power. It's been a lot of fun, and I can continue that craft aspect of it too by building more and more sophisticated rockets, putting electronics on board.
Yeah, I guess they got cameras on them.
Yeah, cameras. I've got one in here.
Yeah.
If you want to see it.
Sure.
This is a small DVR. It's not HD, but it's a little DVR, and it works just great.
Okay. And how does it transmit? Or
it doesn't transmit. Yeah, you have to record. It just records.
Yeah.
And then you recover it, and you transfer the video to your computer.
Wow. It just has a USB port on it, or something?
Yep, a little USB port on the back. It's really fantastic. It's very light.
Yeah.
It has rechargeable battery. Just works great.
So have you, has the amateur Rocketeers, have they gone into like multi-stage rockets and everything?
Yeah. And you can fly I didn't bring any today. I have several multi-stage rockets, mostly 2-stage, and you can ignite them very different ways. The most simple way is to have the ejection charge of the lower booster ignite the upper stage directly. If you want to get that distance farther and farther apart between the engines, then you're going to have to go to another type of launching, and so then you need to put electronics on board and detect things in flight, in order to launch. But both are completely doable, and both those techniques are used quite a bit.
Okay.
So we don't pack our own engines, and we buy commercial engines. So everything is made in very safe conditions, very reproducible engines. That goes for the small stuff all the way up to the large stuff. The particular association we're with, the National Association for Rocketry, really doesn't want you to be making your own engines. There's another organization called Tripoli that has an experimental section where you do make your own engine, or can make your own engines. But I'm a chemist, and I don't trust myself to do it. So somebody else can do that.